It's December 12th, 2023, late at night in London. In a small, dimly lit workshop, William Kane, a master tailor, is hard at work. The ticking of an old clock fills the silence. On the table, in front of him, is a strange black thread. It looks alive, shimmering faintly under the light. William's hands are trembling as he stitches a suit with it. Beside him lies an envelope, sealed with wax. William opens it. The note inside is chilling. It displays, "Once you begin, there is no turning back. Sue the truth or pay the price." Suddenly, there is a knock at the door. William freezes. He looks at the thread. It seems slightly twitch, just significantly like it's aware of him. He takes a deep breath and goes to open the door. A tall man in a dark coat steps inside. His voice is calm, but there's something unsettling about him. The man places a photograph on the table. William picks it up and stares in horror. The photo shows a lying man dead, his face frozen in terror. But that's not all. He's wearing a suit made by William. The stranger leans and whispers, "You have worked with this thread before, haven't you? Tell me, did you feel it watching you always?" But before William can respond, the man steps back into the shadows and disappears. The room falls into the silence again, except the ticking clock. Now, the camera focuses on the black thread, coiled tightly around William's hand. The next morning, William finds a box at his doorstep. Inside is a spool of the same black thread and another note, and it displays, "Sew this into your next client's suit. Deliver it by midnight, and if you don't, you will be not happy." William's heart races. He notices something strange. There's a small scar on his arm, and that was not before. And when he touches it, whispers fill his head. He sees flashes of people screaming, shadow figures, and flashes of blood in his mind. Later, William hears a shocking news report that a politician who had worn one of his suits was found dead. No wounds, no cause, just a face of death frozen in terror. Desperate for answers, William spends the day researching. He learns about an ancient cult called the Weavers. The Weavers believe this black thread reveals people's deepest, darkest secrets and kills them immediately. Tailors who have used it in the past, they have either vanished or died mysteriously. Walking home, William feels like someone is watching him. In a shop window, he catches his reflection. But it's not his reflection. The image of himself is smiling at him. He spins around, but no one is there. Back at his workshop, William decides not to use the thread again. But that night, he wakes up in a cold sweat. The black thread is wrapped around his fingers, moving like it's alive. His phone buzzes. It's a video message. His assistant is tied to a chair. She is screaming, "Help! Please help!" And with the word "midnight" is written back of the wall where she is sitting. A disheartened voice echoes from the phone. It says, "The thread demands obedience. Sue or watch her suffer." William knows he's running out of time. He has to make a choice. Otherwise, he's gonna lose her. Following a clue from the video, William tracks down his assistant. He finds her tied up in an abandoned warehouse. She is alive but terrified. She confesses something very shocking which William couldn't believe. "William, I work for the weavers. Yes, The cult weavers. The thread chooses its victims, and if you don't sew it, it will find someone you love. William doesn't believe her. He thought she's in shock, but he refuses to sew the thread because he's determined to break the cycle. But deep down, he knows the thread is not done him with it. The path is very long and the game is not finished. Because of her assistant, now William is forced to make one last suit for a powerful client, a billionaire attending a grand gala in London. But this time, he sews something extra into the suit's lining. Inside, he stitches a message and it displays, "Your sins will be your undoing." At the gala, the client takes the stage. The black thread in his suit begins to unravel. As the fabric falls apart, images of the man's crime, murder, corruption, betrayal are projected everyone to see. The man collapses, screaming in terror as the thread disintegrates into ash. The audience is left in shock, and no one couldn't believe in their eyes that what was happening there. William returns to his workshop, thinking it's over and everything are normal. But on his workbench is a spool of red thread. A new note lies beside it, and it says, "The cycle continues. This time, sew carefully." The whispers return louder now. William stares at the red thread, knowing that nightmare isn't over yet. The screen fades to black as faint voices echo, "Sew the truth or unravel the lies." My friends, what did you do if you knew every stitch you made could affect or decide someone's life or death? Could you resist the power of the thread, or would it unravel you?